I just like doing this because I just enjoy it.
This is what you want?
Was that it?
I haven't ever cared for numbers. Don't know what the point is of numbers actually, so. Alright, let's see. Well, that's an interesting place.
Found Here we go.
Oh, you're behind me. Ouch. Mariah, you are very far behind. What quest is this? This is for the Periite Shrine. You have to first go to the shrine. You have to... Oops. Give him some flawless ruby, silvering, a death bell flower, and vampire dust. Inhale the fumes, and now we need to kill someone. This is one of the Daedric princes.
I'll shoulder your burdens. Not even a scratch.
It's just one of the Daedric quests that I haven't done. Well, haven't done in a long time.
Come on.
We'll stand together. That was fun.
The Upper District. Is this ready to be actually? Okay, I have to be here. Right, no other route in here.
Are you asleep?
That is not the right door.
I know you can't hear me, brother. I don't like what we've become. We've been here so long, and what do we have to show for it? Orchendor promised a place where... Huh?
Now you're mine.
Half your size?
Oh,
Twist.
okay.
Mercy.
Well, apparently they're hostile anyway.
Not even a scratch.
They deserve what came to them.
It's so dark in here.
No, it's actually really light in there. If you look at the outside of places, those can be way darker.
Is someone there? Over here.
Oh yeah, there's someone here. There's a murderous riddle on the loose.
You're pathetic.
How am I now? Well, apparently I am. This is where I need to be. Back to the lower district now, apparently. You're only like level 16. I mean, it happens. Like, you eventually level up further and further.
Was that it?
Alright, there we go. Also, yeah, I'm taking everything from those spiders.
I'm
Over here.
You crossed the wrong girl.
But all within reason.
That's the best you can do.
Thieves' Guild is a good one, actually. That is one that I actually started off with.
Now you'll pay.
Come on.
Okay. Apparently none of them knows where I am. Either that or they're all dead. No, they're definitely not all dead. Are they all dead? Yes? No? Maybe? They seem to be pretty much all dead. Dormer excavation site, which increases my level with 1 for the dig site. Mods. Whoops. Always hate that there's now mods and mod configuration. I need the mod configuration always, which is pretty much what I've always known. Could companion know the settings? I should have 2 skill points. There's 1. There's another way of getting those skill points sorted, but I usually do them just that way. Otherwise I have to go all the way back to the museum for that, which isn't always nice. I can't do that when I'm in a location like this. Wait, isn't this going to be like the fight that leads up to like some very overpowered dude?
Is someone there?
At least that's what I remember.
We'll stand together.
Tree!
Okay. So there's a couple of things that could have happened there. Either there was an enemy behind me doing that, or that was Mirai, which I know has happened in the past as well.
Huh?
It wouldn't be the first time that Mirai kills me with her eyes.
Is someone there?
We'll stand together.
You can't hide from me.
I'm not even trying to hide from you. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm in a reasonable enough distance.
Like the fight of a flea.
Ready for this?
Going to enjoy killing you.
She turned back to me when she wanted to walk to me, and that's when she actually hit me as well and damaged me.
You think you stand a chance?
Which is sadly enough why I think that Mirai accidentally killed me there. It wouldn't be the first time.
Maybe next time.
I know next time you're not going to kill me, Mirai. Just don't anymore. Killing me is not helpful. I mean, I suppose killing her husband would make her a lot of money. I guess. I used to have more, not gonna lie, but there are those moments that I just buy ores and ingots. Or buy things in the museum whenever I see them. Knowing all too well that it's not cheap at all. And then I just have no money anymore. Look on, it's probably just not in the museum.
What was that? Is someone there? Is someone there?
Ah, fuck.
United as
It just has one. What armor? So my armor is a mod, Regal Huntsman, which I'm not even sure anymore if you can actually get that mod still. I'm not sure up to which point it's up, so I think Regal Huntsman should be up somewhere still. It would surprise me if it's not.
watch it.
Oh, I definitely remember the dungeon.
Is someone there?
We'll stand together.
Do your worst.
There we go.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. I was too busy murdering them myself as well. But yeah, this is one singular dungeon that has just the lower and the upper rooms just always connecting to each other. Until you get to this room, which I think should be the last one. However...
Watch it.
Yep, this is the last room. However, this last bitch is just annoying. I can remember him being fucking possible, so...
We'll stand together. Ready for this? Did you see that?
I wish. I'm blind. And let's see.
United as one.
Okay, good.
Die, damn it.
Really?
Not a chance.
This thing is going on for a long time.
United as one.
So no, that is just this dungeon. In comparison to every other dungeon in the game, it's like one of the longest ones. Might even be the longest. But the next one was definitely the last one. Alright, quick saving again.
Someone there.
Alright, good. He's never going to notice me.
Huh? What was that? What was that? Huh? What was that?
Okay. I think the fact that I'm always pretty much hidden, I think that might be one of the well, let's say one of the most overpowered skills that I have. And I'm glad I have it. Again, I need to go back to the shrine and talk to the thing again. Record. There we go. Door open. Go back to the shrine to report it. Well, quest done. And I'm still just level 63, but that's because most of the things that I'm doing at this point are all like nothing is level based actually anymore. Well, everything that I've done so far is like just done. I don't think there's actually any more skills that I can do currently that, you know, two-handed and blocking, but
Well done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded.
so what happens now?
Go, seek your fate. I will be watching, and perhaps we will meet again afterward.
Mylan! Hello. Sure. Very well. Goodbye.
Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
Oh my. Complete it. The only cure. Nice.
Riddle!
Hey, Lan. Oh, you're fucking loud. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I messed about with my microphone settings.
I noticed.
Has the quality remains roughly the same?
Yeah,
Has
quality.
it improved? Has it fucked
Quality is good. I've had to lower
Yeah,
you
good.
a little bit though because holy fuck.
Yeah, no, I wanted to make my voice a bit louder because it's easier to turn me down than it is to raise me up. Because in the Discord server for the squadrons, some people had trouble hearing me,
I feel that.
so I just made everything a bit louder.
Yeah, no, you were very much
Yeah,
into the
turn
red
this
zone on
shit
my
off.
side. Which, funnily enough, I'm only touching the red zone. You were very deep in it.
I mean, I have to. You're pretty loud yourself. I always have to put you at like 70%.
I mean, yeah, but that's normal.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've got a bit of an issue thing.
Oh, no.
Problem. I've got multiple problems actually now that I think about it, but let's just go at them one by one.
Yeah, number one, you have to hear me.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue at the moment.
Yeah,
Then again, I did volunteer for this, so I've got nothing to complain about on that aspect.
no, you don't have anything to complain about. Yet you will
Yeah,
find a
alright,
way.
so I'll find a way to complain. I complain about everything, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Just like you.
Yeah.
You complain about things you're not even doing.
Yeah, no, funny enough, by the way, I actually got myself a Nintendo Switch emulator to work.
Oh, damn.
So I can play the Pokemon games without actually having need of an actual Switch. Well,
Neat.
you do need one. You do need actually a copy of the game,
As if
but
Skyrim didn't have enough
Well,
outside.
yeah.
my little brother has a Switch, and like
Mercenaries
he let me use his to set this up.
Neat.
But yeah,
Huh. Didn't even know that would work. Oh.
yeah, no, Yuzu is an amazing program.
Yeah. Anyway, so you know about these squadron things that I'm in?
Yes,
Two of them.
yes,
Okay, so the problem is it's more or less a problem of luxury. Because the first one I joined with that Vegas guy that popped into the stream the other day, they're a pretty fucking well-organized group. They're way bigger than the other one, the one that I found later. They're like all over the place, mostly America, but they've got like a European division now. And this is kind of where the problem comes from. They had me like choose between which airplane I wanted to fly, right?
Yeah.
So I eventually chose the Hornet because I need to research that thing in order to you know, one, teach it to you, two, be able to do more cool tricks during the videos because obviously I want to get more better shots.
yep.
And obviously for story-related purposes as well, I want to describe exactly, what it feels like to fly the goddamn thing, but that would need me knowing how to fly the fucking thing in the first
No,
place.
do you think so?
Kind of.
I would never have thought so.
They've got an interesting proposition now. I mean, they've got they've basically, when they noticed that I was kind of throwing a bit of a hissy fit about the time zones, because I applied to them without really knowing that they're an American group. So when I found out, I was like, oh fuck, I already applied, and I've got like my training flight scheduled and everything. And I know that most of the time I can't, attend their events, and I was pretty, bummed about that, because I was pretty excited about doing this. And I figured that, they would probably also not really like to have to bother with me and having to work with my stupid time schedules all the time. So I figured I might as well look for another one, which is when I started looking. After I found and applied to the second one, the first one reached back to me, and they were like, hey, yeah, no, we heard you had a bit of trouble. Don't worry, we'll find out something. So there's this European section within our group. They're still pretty small, but they're growing, and they're growing steadily, blah, blah. And maybe you can, hook up with them. I'm like, yeah, sure. Why the fuck not? And they're like a separate unit. So you've got your main like groups or squadrons within the entire clan. And each squadron has like their own like airplane that they fly. And they've got like their own leadership structure. So it's basically like small squadrons incorporated as a whole group. Kind of like how a actual Air Force squadron does it. Because they're usually like 2 to 3 different squadrons that all kind of fall under the same umbrella. Anyway, but this European training program, as they kind of called it, is basically separate from that. So you still answer to your main time zone squadron, but then you do your training with the European guys, which sounded all right, pretty cool. Until they mentioned that they may or may not want to start a actual squadron by themselves, and because I was one of the first ones to fucking apply, they literally offered me a fucking leadership position. I don't even know how to fucking fly the plane yet, but they were like, "Yeah, no, you seem pretty excited about this, blah blah," and yeah, we're pretty excited to have you on board. Like, I don't even know how to fucking fly the thing. Yeah, we'll teach you. Okay then. Fuck me sideways. And then the second group that I've actually had more fun with. They're a bit smaller. They don't offer as many things as the big one. But in the same way, I kind of tend to prefer smaller groups, because you don't have to be overwhelmed with the amount of people you'll be talking to.
True.
Kind of a neat, a tight knit group, so to say. And I've actually had to spend more time with them over the last days, because it's easier to schedule events with them since we're all on the same timeline. My main trainer is a really nice guy, by the way. He's from Poland, so yeah, that hooks up pretty well. And I've actually had a bit of a fucking laugh with this motherfucker every time, because I haven't really asked, but I'm pretty sure he's older than me in some way. Don't know how old, but he just sounds a bit
Holy
like mature-ish.
fuck! I just almost got nailed by this dragon.
Oof. Yeah, that's Skyrim for you.
Just
holy hell, that's a tiny sliver of health I saw there. Oh, you were like one pinch away from that. Nice.
and then right before I also ran into a frost troll, so
Neat. But yeah, so anyway, right now I've got a choice to make. Basically, that's kind of my issue here. Is I can either stick around, because I'm noticing that I can't do both groups at once. It's just impossible. Especially if one of them is really, having me wants me to get more involved in a semi-leadership position. Not as much as in, an instructor position, but more like, organizing the group kind of deal. Because obviously I don't know how to fly the fucking thing, so I can't really teach anyone. But they at least want me to, basically do like paperwork stuff, which honestly, I mean, I could probably run the group pretty organized and shit, but it's not really something I'm looking forward to doing. It doesn't really sound appealing. I think I'll be primarily doing like basically busy work and not doing as much, fun stuff. So I'm aiming basically to let that group basically, drop, and then move to the smaller one in full. Since I've been having more fun with them anyway. The thing is that they are pretty limited in what they offer. That's kind of the issue here.
I feel that.
They've got one really big, organized group. They've got everything taken care of, everything you could possibly fucking want. And then there's this small one that's, a little bit more relaxed, more casual, and smaller in size in general. So that's kind of annoying. But one big issue here, and this is the one I found the most annoying, is that the big group, they've got like multiple squadrons using like multiple aircraft, and they've got basically all of them covered, everyone that's in DCS. The other one, the smaller one, has just the Viper, the Hornet, and the A10. All of which I have, that's no issue. But there's one crucial one that's missing from this list. I'm not sure if you found out which one yet.
The one that we're going to fly, I presume.
The two-seater one, the Tomcat.
Yep.
That one's not included in the list. And that pisses me off to no end. Because, bit of a Tomcat fanboy here. I have mentioned it to the guy I'm training with, and he's like, yeah, I know. If you get a bigger demand for it, we'll probably implement it one day. The thing is that right now, if they want to implement the Tomcat, they need someone that's good enough in it, to be able to basically take the lead of the Tomcat squadron, and train the other guys. But we don't have anyone like that. We all kind of basically semi-know it, but no one really knows it.
Ah. Oh fuck. Still getting nailed by a dragon.
Yeah, you're getting absolutely trampled here.
Yep.
Yeah. The thing, another fun thing about this smaller group, because they are smaller, they can kind of add like personal touches. They've got their own custom liveries as well, which you have to kind of download. But they've done it in a really cool way, where basically what you have to do is you have to download the little script. You put that in your DCS save games, I think. Then you run it with PowerShell, and it basically downloads everything for you, like all of the fucking liveries, the kneeboards, the custom mods and shit. It's basically they've got their own fucking installer, which is.
Oh, that is good.
That is. I mean, even the big group did not have that. I was like, how the fuck did you make that? And it turns out that the guy I'm training with actually does all the map-related stuff and actually put that little thing together. And that was so cool. I mean, it took forever to download because there's a lot in it, but every time there's an update, he basically updates the pack. You have to run it again, and it'll only just download the things that's been updated. So that script is really fucking good. I don't know how they pulled that together, but holy shit. Because it's smaller, they can kind of give people like their own custom liveries. So every time, basically, I've got my own custom trainee livery. Now they've got like trainee slots from 1 to 8 for each squadron. So I've got like, I think I'm trainee 3, so I've got TR3 at the nose of my plane. But sorry. Oh, that's yet another pinch away from that. There goes the mighty Dragon Hunter.
A Dragon Hunter? Hold on.
And you are the Dragon Boy.
Yeah, but I'm not a Dragon Hunter.
Technically, you should be.
No, I'm an Artifact Hunter.
You're the only person on the fucking planet that can do this. You're literally famous for it, and you're not doing it.
I'm a Relic Hunter, okay? I go after relics. I came to Skyrim to help with a problem relating to museum artifacts.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're attacking Mirai now.
Oh, I think she can soak up more damage than you can.
Well, yeah, but...
The tiny girl is just the tank. Alright.
Yeah, but like, the moment they're done with her, they will turn their aim towards me, so I better just heal up.
That is true.
Come on.
But yeah, so anyway,
Fuck, I missed.
Because, they've got their own custom like scripts, and they've got smaller groups. They've got like one livery editor that basically once you're done trading, you'll get like your own customized livery, which is really sexy because I get to fly a Hornet that that they've got like the squadron insignia and all that kind of bullshit with my name on it, my call sign that I've chosen. And as I rank up, they'll kind of add little details here and there, which is kind of what I wanted to do for the videos, but they're doing it for me, which is fucking brilliant. I kind of like these personal touches because it feels like there's some sort of like progression in DCS, because DCS isn't a game that's built around progression, really. There's nothing to earn in it. You buy what you get, and then you use it. The real progression is basically, you know, teaching yourself how to use it, but that's just about it. So, you know, to add, you know, progression like this, like different ranks and the shit to earn, now that's really fucking neat.
I've killed a dragon.
Hey, that draggy boy.
Yep. I've literally been doing side quests the entirety of this time so far. I went to Volan route, did that entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Skyrim's main quest line is okay, but fucking
I've already completed it.
You've played through that about a billion fucking
Well,
times.
I've completed the main Skyrim's quest line. I completed the Soulstime quest line. I'm married to Mariah already.
Basically completed everything.
No. There's still the house building, which I'm probably going to not do. Or might do.
I haven't lived in Markarth that long.
You still missing out some quest mods, or have you done all of those?
Oh no, I
well?
still need to actually start on pretty much all of those.
Right.
Like, there's more than enough that I still need to do from those. But to be fair, I'm also still working with the museum as such.
I know
Yeah.
the
So I'm just doing whatever quest
Fair
I can
enough.
find currently.
are bad news.
Like, there's the Forbidden Legend that I still want to do, the Galdor Amulet in both Southall and Garment Hall. Let's see, fast traveling. Okay, the last scabbard of Arcash. I got it from a bandit camp on out.
I'd
Easily
be
to the
careful
north.
if you decide to go through with this.
Let's see. Oh yeah, the smaller group actually has a event going tonight, which I'm not gonna be attending. I'll be on the server probably, but so they've got like their own forum, and when you look it up, they've got like a mission briefing going forward, what kind of, you know, tells you know what
was that?
you should expect going into this. And when I read all of the shit they're gonna be doing, I was like, yeah, look, I'm one, not going to know how to do any of that, and two, I'm gonna fuck it up for others. So I'm just gonna stay out the way, you know, and let you guys do your fun. And when I'm, you know, trained properly enough and, you know, ready to go do the shit, I'll join in. And they were like, yeah, sure, no, we totally respect that. It's completely fine. You could have gone with us with training wheels and so on, but I was like, yeah, no, I'll find some way to cock it all up. So I'm staying on the sidelines today while they're all having fun.
Yeah, but I think
But an
I think you can
idea
still
kind of
loot.
came to me.
I think there's still.
Yeah, no, I'll still look. Actually, I was looking at some other guys that were doing formation flight the other day into Vipers, and actually made some screenshots of them while they were doing it, and they really liked that. Because I did formation flight myself the day before that with the trainer I was talking about, and it actually went really fucking well. Not as smoothly as obviously a professional would do it, but he was actually really pleasantly surprised by how, you know, well I could
I'll
manage
show
to
you what
basically
mages are
stake
big.
a loot next to him. I've got some shots of that as well.
I'm on your side.
I went back into the
Hey, what are you
replay
doing?
file the night after that. Let me see if I can find those.
Hey,
I'll
what are you doing?
send those over. They're pretty neat.
I'm currently dealing with
Yeah,
another
sure.
issue.
What's that other issue?
Well, if I just vertically kill this Earthspriggan mother,
Speaking Earth Mother, say it right.
well,
I'll show you why mages
Um,
are fid. I'll show you why mages are fid.
I don't,
Is that like a new? Is that like a new magic spell or something?
I don't know. I didn't even know how that happened.
I'll show you why mages
Which
are
NPC
fid.
is that anyway?
She is called Valian. Don't know who she
You
is.
can't break through to me.
It looks like something that's added by a mod.
Well, yeah, but I don't know which mod.
Yeah, I don't know either. Right. So anyway, a thought occurred to me, is that obviously this is for the story as well. The story for me has always kind of been a discussion point. At least, you know, there's a choice to be made there. Do I want to fly the Hornets in that story, or do I want to go for the Tomcats? Because I don't know. Do I want to do single-seater or dual-seater stories? I think having I read and I obviously read Raven 1. I've completely finished it by now, and it's really fucking
Oh,
good.
you've already completely chewed through it. Nice.
Yeah, you know when you're just so fucking into the story that you just can't stop.
Yeah, I know that.
I was supposed to only like read for like an hour to get myself to bed because I had to sleep at 1 a.m. because I had to wake up early, and I ended up not sleeping at all because I was just so glued into that fucking book. It was like one more page, just one more, just one more, just one more, because the story just kept getting fucking better.
That's what books are supposed to do to you.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what it did to me. It actually really pulled some emotions as well, which I really didn't expect, from a fighter pilot story. But obviously, any story can pull emotions if you do it right. So they definitely fucking did it right. And there's still more books in the series that come after this, which I'm going to order whenever I've got the money for it, which I don't at the moment. But yeah, those are come. But obviously now I know that, writing a book from a single seat perspective is, it can be done right. You can definitely, even like when there's just two planes flying information next to each other and there's like minimal communications between the two pilots, because in reality, when you're flying side by side to each other, you're barely talking at all. Like there is almost no communication. There's barely fucking anything, which really surprised me, by the way, because I was kind of assuming that pilots kind of talk to each other all the time to kind of plan what they're going to do, talk about shit that's going on or shit
Enemy
like that.
can be listening in.
Yeah, but no, they really don't do shit. It basically is like all like proper radio communications, which I'm going to be learning eventually, which is neat. But it's like the squadron leader, basically he communicates with the AWACS or the control operator, and then the rest of the squadron, they kind of just follow him around and they just keep their fucking mouths shut. And whenever like the squadron leader gives them an order, he'll like say it properly. They need to know what the order is. But the only way in which they reply is by their squadron number, which would be like Mike. He opens his mic and says 2, because he's like the second in the squadron. So he just says 2, as to understand that he knows what the basically as like an acknowledgement, basically. That's the entirety of communications for most of the time when you're in the air. The line obviously does open itself up while you're in a dogfight or in the action. That's when you really need to communicate, and that's where you start talking a bit more. But that's like a whole 5% of your entire flight, which is kind of cool, and also kind of weird because you need to obviously you need to keep things interesting in those really quiet moments. And the Raven 1 did it perfectly, absolutely flawlessly. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to replicate that as much. I need to probably read through the book a couple of more fucking times in order to really comprehend how to really explain these scenes. But I honestly think that the dual seater variant might just be a little bit more compelling for story purposes.
Watch it.
Because when you're in the air, like the main character needs to fucking talk with someone.
No, he can just talk to himself.
And I want to keep things semi-realistic. So I'm going to have the air-to-air comms pretty light. They're going to be more open than they would be IRL, I think. I will have them talk to each other a bit more, because I don't want it to be super realistic, because it is a fantasy world still. I'm maintaining that the same world that they're in, so it doesn't have to be super over the top, duper realistic. But as much as I can with maintaining enough pleasantries for storytelling. That's about it.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
But it's a bit of a difficult choice to make there, but it ties into the squadron stuff. Because when I mentioned that I kind of low key want to fly the Tomcat there, the guy mentioned that we could look into getting that one eventually, because he also kind of wants to get into it, but they need to build that up. The idea came to me that I might if I just really dive into how this airplane works, just really get to know everything there is to know, and then learn all of the procedures with all the flight procedures.
Excellent.
Flying
think
the
you'll be
Hornets
glad that-
during training, because
Thank
all
you.
of those kind of remain the
sure
same
put it to
regardless
good
of which
use.
aircraft you fly. You have to. It's like the rules on the road, right? When you're on a highway,
Here.
the same rules
Let
apply
me
to
show
fucking
you how
everyone.
an orc learns to smith.
Doesn't matter which car you're driving, but every car kind of drives a bit
All right.
differently.
Yeah.
So all of like the technical plane related stuff, I can basically teach myself, or look up guides, manuals, maybe. I'm hoping not to, but I might. And obviously YouTube tutorials as how I've been doing it. And then the flight rules, the complicated shit, they'll just teach me that. And if I'm, if I keep this up going good enough, we could eventually get a Tomcat squadron up, then I could find myself, eventually getting into it and maybe, leading it in some way. And that kind of looked a lot more appealing to me.
I feel that.
It's going to be a lot more difficult, but a lot more appealing. And obviously, if I'm researching the fucking Tomcat anyway, as good as I can, why the fuck not use that one in the story then?
True, true.
'Cause, put two and two together. It allows for more, I'd say, character to character moments in the air, because you've got two people in there as opposed to just one. And the intercom from the plane, like the ICS comms, the one that you use to talk to your co-pilot, no one can listen in on that. The only one that's hearing it, basically the sender and the receiver, are both in the plane. So there's no one else who can hear that.
True.
So there's no enemy.
I think you forgot
Also,
to...
someone's...
Yeah, no, that's goes. He's been here for quite some time.
Hey there, Ghost.
Don't forget to use spaces between the emote names.
Mm.
Don't step on me.
Yeah.
Turn back.
And obviously, the one thing I'm really looking forward to is if you get like a fucking Tomcat squadron, and I'm not sure if I want to get like the CO, the commanding officer, like the first in command position. I'll probably not want that. I'll settle for like the second in command, but I still want to have some say to what kind of livery we'll be rocking, because if I play my cards right, I can kind of make it look, make them resemble the ones from the story, and have some like really good livery maker make those for us.
Yep,
That'd be fucking
I think
dope.
I know which quest I'm doing right now.
It's so dark in here.
The Ethereum Wars. I knew it.
Nice. And this also means that we could get back into co-oping things sometime again.
Oh god.
Let me guess.
I even wanted to delve into co-op flight as well, whereas there's, I suppose, us in one, there'll be two Tomcats flying around.
True. Treasury.
And I'll give you. Do you have a little program called Voice Attack?
A rare mineral
It's
used
on
by the
Steam.
dwarves.
Don't have it, no.
Supposedly, they
anyway.
had to build a special
Let me
forge,
see,
the
because I'm pretty sure it's a
Ethereum
paid
forge,
program.
to
If it's
work with it.
the
The items it made were so
cheap
powerful,
enough, I'll
they went to
finance
war
it for
over
you,
it,
because that's really
and
not
the
big of a
forge
deal.
lost.
You can
Or
use
so
it
the story goes.
for a lot of things, not just DCS. I think Elite works as well, which is really neat.
I
But you
spent my
basically
life
could use
tracking
like
down that legend
voice commands to
until
make
my
your
dumb
ship do shit.
apprentice stole
Ah,
everything
okay.
from
Yeah,
me
no, I don't have
and
that. I
published
know
it
that
all
much.
under his own name.
Alright, let me see if what the price is, because I'm pretty sure it's not that heavy.
Can't rest.
I know that I'm not going to actually buy anything next month.
Something to show the world what I
Yeah,
discovered.
it's
what I
$12,
did.
so that's
Cut
pittance.
my life.
Yeah, you know why I'm not going to actually buy anything next month?
It's hopeless.
Well,
I
I'm going
died
to
here,
put the
just
money
like
that I
all the
already
others.
have
You think this
Turn
is
right
gonna
now
happen?
for the
Turn
iPad.
back before you become the next
Oh
victim.
yeah. Oh yeah, you said you still need to buy
Yeah,
it.
that's about almost 500 euros. Hey, my speech is
Yeah,
up 100.
iPads are expensive. Oh, nice.
I'm not
But
going
yeah,
to
no,
tell
I'll
you
get
how
you
to
a
live
voice
my
attack,
Take me to some
because that's a pretty neat thing.
life. Just like you.
Voice Attack has a plugin called Vicom. It's specifically built for DCS, and I can basically get you free copies of that, which is neat.
Oh my.
It's a paid program as well, but
All right.
it's basically like you buy it, they email you like your key codes, and then the download link, which has for me like about 400 downloads, so I'm pretty sure it will be good. Until it expires, I need to ask a new one. And since I've got the link, I've got the code, I could just send those to you, and we'll be golden.
True, true.
It's not a high-tech program, so there's no like system in it that determines if it's already installed on another PC. They don't do that shit.
Ooh. Sorry, excavation site.
And it'll actually... Oh, nice. Yeah, but this program, it should allow you in-game to, you know... do you remember that stupid little communication menu thing that use the key above enter
Yeah,
for?
the backward
Yeah.
slash.
Yeah, the backward slash. That it's I understand that it is the way it is because you need to click on shit in order to communicate with the control tower or the aircraft carrier or whatever. But it's not the most. It's not, especially in VR. It's definitely not the best setup. So what voice attack with this plugin will allow you to do is actually fuck off with that menu and just use your fucking voice. You can actually just call up the tower and they'll request a taxi or request a landing or whatever without even having to open the fucking menu. Which in VR, why? Because you're already flying the fucking plane and then you're actually talking to the tower. It's really fucking immersive. And this little plugin has a plugin basically, an extension that is specifically for the Tomcat that actually allows you to talk to your AI co-pilot.
Oh, that's handy.
Which is really neat. I think that if we both get that set up, then flying the Tomcat should be a bit easier. It's a difficult plane to fly in general. You'll find that out eventually. It's definitely at least 2 times more difficult than the Viper and the Hornet put together. Because it's just an old bird. It has old technology in it. And the heads-up display that you've got on the Viper and the Hornet, the one that tells you how high you are, what speed you're at. Yeah, we don't have any of that shit. So in order to figure out which fucking speed you're going, you have to look down. And on one of these like round dials, that's where your speed is. That's where your altitude is. It's definitely not as, technologically advanced as the other ones are. So that'll be interesting to say the least.
Yep.
But then again, we won't be doing complicated shit with it anyway. So, that goes out the window, that's fine. The one good thing about, I'd say, the Tomcat, at least, is because you've got this AI restriction, basically, because that's kind of what it is, because an AI will never be as good as a human player, at least a human player that knows what they're supposed to do, is you can't really use any of the advanced weapons with the AI, because, that requires literally a human touch. You can't do that as the AI, there's just no way the game can program that. Which kind of, takes a lot of the complicated shit off of it.
True.
You can only use basically air-to-air missiles, which are pretty easy. Only rockets, like air-to-ground rockets, the gun, dumb bombs, because all the the laser-guided shit, that's just not doable. There's a mod that allows you to do it from the cockpit, and obviously you can do it if you jump in between the seats, back and forth. You can basically jump back to the Rio seat and have it do it for you.
Even a scratch.
But I prefer not to do it because it just breaks the fucking immersion in half.
True.
Quite a place, huh? There's even more.
You get a dentist appointment and AAT for it. Eek.
Ooh, yeah, that's not
Alright,
nice.
have a good one. And no. I'm having a dentist appointment in like a couple of weeks, so. I still love my shout so much. I think you still know which one I mean, right?
I think so.
Mark
Not
for
sure.
that.
I don't think I've ever actually used that one.
It helps me a lot. Pretty much what Mark for Death does is if an enemy,
next time.
if you hit it with it, then the enemy is going to slowly take damage, and if you hit the enemy with your normal weapons afterwards, they actually take way more damage as well.
Nice.
Oh, I'm currently using
One
Dragon
thing
Rant.
I need
Whoops.
One thing I do need to do is, obviously we found out that the Tomcat has these little Easter eggs with the asteroids minigame you can play in the back, and the with the Walkman you can actually turn on. I need to actually download some custom songs to put in that. So you can actually do this, which is pretty neat.
Okay, so March for Death is speak and let your voice herald doom, as an opponent's armor and life force are weakened.
So they basically take more damage also.
Yep. They'll take damage from
Huh.
just a shout, and I think also more damage from your weapon.
Look,
Nice.
there's a chest in there. Door sealed tight though.
Which
Anyway, so story-related shit. Obviously, the initial fantasy spin-off story that we did, this one won't be as much of a spin-off as it is just a genuine sequel, which is kind of cute because this is a sequel to a story that's not, remotely finished yet. But no, well, it's set enough in the future that they weren't really gonna connect anyway. So it's fine.
anything that you make and it's eventually being done? Question mark.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about that. Oh, I mean, I've got a few theories as to why. One, I just grow tired of things and want to do some other cool stuff. So, I want to have fun in the end. That's what it's about.
True.
But the thing I struggle the most with, I think, is just genuinely maintaining a heavy interest in the subject of where the story, what the story is about. Like if I do a story that's just like the fantasy one. I probably just happen to be like in a really fantasy kind of mood. Like I'm playing a lot of fantasy games, really reading up on a lot of interesting lore and getting motivated and inspired to make my own shit.
Oh,
But-
story thing anyway. I have done a little bit of rework on the Osiris story, the latest one.
Oh,
I've touched up the very start a little bit.
okay, neat.
Yeah, what I practically have done is like added a couple of lines to the first bit.
Yeah,
Like it's not too much, but
I'll go check it out in a bit then.
I hate Falmer.
Interested to see what you've done because I'm already excited that you've actually done story stuff. That doesn't happen often.
Sorry, getting murdered by some Falmer here.
Yeah, that does happen often.
You know what the worst part is about the Falmers?
You're getting murdered.
You know what the worst part is about the Falmers?
Well,
They're poison.
You crossed
Whatever they do, they just poison you.
yeah, that's not particularly enough fun. Looks like the squadron is actually meeting in Discord now, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna go into the air soon. Wonder why that one guy's taking so long, but oh well. But yeah, it's always nice to hear that the Riddle's actually doing story stuff.
Yeah, I want to actually do more, but I was at the very same time like on voice with Celine and Daryl. Because we are in the team together.
Right. Right, but so yeah, there is one tiny itty bitty teeny weeny
I'll shoulder
big
your
fucking
burdens.
issue with the fantasy spin-off stuff, because this is basically going to be a revamped, better done, better planned out version of it. Because the first one really just was like a test kind of type of deal, see if I could actually pull it off, see if the world in which it was placed, felt interesting enough to put to basically do a fighter pilot story in. And for the most part, I'd say that it seemed when I was reading and writing the story, it felt quite natural. These things, it felt all of the little callbacks to the original story, they were there, and it was enough to kind of say, okay, this could be an interesting concept. So I want to go forward with it. But then I remembered why we had the character names that we did.
Not even a scratch.
There already is a Duncan and there already is a Carter in the original story, which could be kind of off-putting when in basically the sequel of the story there are two guys with exactly the same names.
Yep.
Hey, watch it.
Ketra, you're in the fucking way. I literally have... Why?
GG.
I mean, Mirai's first Archonok also isn't happening.
Watch it.
Yeah, this is definitely a Bethesda game. This shit just happens all the time.
Yeah, but this first Archonok is just... I don't understand why Mirai has to always get that one.
Because fuck you, that's why.
It's literally just in the way.
Yup. That is the Mirai guarantee.
Also, where the fuck do we need to go now? Have I gone like wrong? Have I made a wrong turn or something?
I don't know.
This is why interns just need to start using my thingy more. My light spell.
Yeah.
Oh, chest.
But so I had an idea of how to fix this little issue that we're having. Because I just feel that at least for a because this basically fighter pilot story is basically taking place in a more modern setting of the world.
Feels like
So I kind of
ages
felt
ago.
that it made sense that the more modern of the two names, the modern name should be applied. So at least for Carter's role, the name that he has in the fantasy story will be changed to the one that he had in the spin-off, and vice versa. It kind of makes more sense that you've got. I think you had Vespin Holmwood, that was your spin-off story name. It already kind of sounds like a more like a really more old fantasy kind of name, like old English names that you barely see anymore. Because obviously the names have been modernized a bit.
Yep.
So that's a pretty decent trade. And for Duncan, I'd say that Duncan in these in the original story doesn't even have a last name. They funnily enough call him the Hunter because that's his role. That's literally his job, but it's not his last name. He doesn't have one. So this is kind of where the Hunter came from in that specific story. So you could pretty easily probably say that there is a difference between just Duncan and then this new Duncan, because it does happen quite often that people do occasionally have like the same names over the years. It's not that because my mom decided to call me Rick when I was born, for 2,000 years into the future, no one else can be called Rick because that username is mine.
No, that's not your name. GG.
No one can use that anymore. I've got the rights to that.
Oh, this helps.
Alright, that's a note and a half.
I need to figure out the order of all of these things.
GG.
Well. Oh, great. Okay. So, 2 on the top left. And 3 on the bottom. Nope. Okay. I'm going to do this puzzle. I hate this puzzle.
I'm going to do this puzzle. Oh fuck, I remember the one thing I don't like about the stupid Tomcat in DCS is, and I don't know why the developers of it have waited this long to do it. But you know that when you've got like bombs underneath your plane, they need to be kind of attached to like a little hook thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just, fall down. If you don't attach them to the plane fucking somehow. The thing is that this specific hook thing, there's different variants of it. Because they are actually modeled after the real life ones that are manufactured and whatever. The problem is that these things are apparently a little bit more difficult to program or whatever model as we think, because for fucking forever now we just don't have them. For most of the bombs on the Tomcat, you literally just have floating bombs underneath the fucking plane, because the developers haven't bothered to make the fucking like hook thing. And I mean, I get it, they're still working on it. It's still like, it's not a full release product yet. They're still, adding things here and there. But I kind of think this has been there since the fucking release of it. I was kind of hoping that, they would eventually get around to it, but they just keep adding other stuff that I really like. But come on, guys, just get to this one, because it just really hampers down my screenshot capabilities. I can't have floating fucking bombs underneath the plane. It'll just look weird. And in videos as well, like if you see those, it'll just look a bit, funky. It wouldn't look right.
True.
I mean, that's the one thing I kind of don't like.
Am I aiming
They've
too
got
high?
it for some bombs.
Am I aiming to lower something?
I don't know. Maybe. Wow, holy fuck. This thing can carry a lot of bombs. What the fuck? I think I'll just have to settle with the fact that I just won't be able to carry a lot of the bombs that just don't have that fucking stupid hook thing. I'll just have to carry the ones that do. Ah, fucking hell. DCS.
Never change.
So good and so bad at the same time.
Oh, I hate this puzzle. Honest to fucking god.
Fucking the painful fact about all this is that I've got basically a small choice here, because you've got different sizes of bombs. I can basically carry 4 normal size bombs that they do have a hook thing, so they do look properly attached. And then the one step down from that, that's the one that doesn't have it. But you can literally fucking carry about 12 to 16 bombs, which is a sheer fucking difference from 4. You can do so much cool shit with literally a fucking carpet bomb. It's ridiculous kind of stuff. So I'm either going to have to fucking settle with the fact that I've got floating fucking bombs underneath me, and then just drop 16 of them at the fucking time or something like that, or just have 4 of them that do look nice. God damn it!
Ha!
What a
I did the puzzle.
awful thing. Oh, puzzle. Whoever decided this should burn in hell.
So, it is real.
If I do this, what happens?
Let me see it.
I hated this puzzle.
Look, on the edge here.
The
This has
puzzle
been
probably
cut,
hated you as well.
precisely
Yeah.
cut. If you had another piece about the same size, it would snap right in. I saw a drawing of this once. This shard, it's part of a key. A key made of pure
The
ethereum.
Ethereum Forge.
The key to the
We started this quest now.
Ethereum Forge.
We have to find the other pieces, of course. There should be 3 more.
Oh right.
One for
There's
each
4
of the 4
pieces.
cities that worked on the forge.
Just 4 pieces.
I had a map in my journal. That's where we should start. We still have to find the forge itself. I had a lead on that too.
Fucking hell.
There's so much to do. I'm going to head out and start tracking things down. We'll meet again. I'm sure of it. For the first time in a long while, I think we may actually be able to do this. And I owe it all to you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, this quest has officially started, Tom.
Alright.
Also, drummer shit, which I'm going to steal and take. And I think you still know for what reason.
I think so, yes.
I need it.
I don't.
There's that upgrade to the museum we can make.
Oh, right.
They needed all of those Ethereum things.
Ethereum thingies.
Gold necklace that I'm stealing. At least we can get out of here now.